Prynawn da, croeso. Good afternoon and welcome to match day 14 and yet another Bluebirds Nest Live. Coming to you from a reasonably sunny and cold Latham Park. Newtown the host for today. Yet another away fixture for the Bluebirds. Obviously a 2-0 loss at Maes Tegid last week. George Newell's brace gave us a very frustrating afternoon up there. We did have opportunities, but were left with a long and disappointing drive home from Gwynedd. The Robins also suffered defeat, a 2-1 away at Cardiff Met for them last Tuesday, I should say. Matt Chubb's late goal gave the Archers the win. I think it was Chubb who opened the scoring. Aaron Williams equalised, and then Harry Owen scored in stoppage time to give the students the win. That ended Newtown's 8-game winning streak in all competitions. Newtown were supposed to play Aber then last Friday night. That game postponed due to weather conditions. I don't believe at the ground, at Park Avenue, but it was outside of, as the supporters are heckling me from afar here at the moment. But yeah, the Aber game got called off last Friday. So Chris Hughes' men have had a good 10-day break. The previous meeting only came last month too, when the Power side ran out 4-0 winners against us at the Oggy Bridge Meadow. I think it was a brace for Aaron Williams, Henry Cowans, I think, completed the scoring. But we're currently 8th in the table, 6 points adrift of Cardiff Met in 6th. A victory today wouldn't see us move up the table, but it could certainly close the gap to just a couple of points if results go our way. So yeah, 8th in the table on 13 points is actually, though, exactly where we were this time last year. So considering what many are saying is a tough start, and it has been a tough start with the fixtures not quite going our way, the lack of break in the summer and that ever-increasing injury list, we're doing okay. And results last night, again, showed perhaps just how competitive this league is, the Cymru Premier is, with Aberystwyth, probably not predicted by many to pick up much at Pen y Bont last night, coming out 2-0 winners. Anyway, on to team news then, before the players enter the pitch. The home team first then. David Wycherley in goal. Callum Roberts, Ryan Sears, Shane Sutton is captain. Rob Evans, Louis Robles, Aaron Williams, Henry Cowans, Matty Jones, George Hughes and Dominic Smith. For the Bluebirds, it's Zach Jones in goal, Rhys Abrasesi, Dan Hawkins, Martel Taylor-Crossdale, Harry John, Lee Jenkins, Rio Dyer, Tyrese Owen, Aidan McNamara, Caden Williams-Lowe and Luke Tabone is captain today. On the bench, Ivan Knott, Ricky Watts, Oscar Borg, Jack Wilson, Yori Humphreys, Dan John and Jacob Owen. I believe there's a couple of changes due to the boys carrying knocks at the moment. So I know Ricky and Jack potentially not starting today due to the knocks that they picked up. The officials today, Mr. Alex McKinch, the man in the middle. First assistant, Daniel Beckett. Kylan Thomas, second assistant, and Hugh Jones is the man in charge of looking after that technical area. As you can hear, the stadium announcer just going through the teams here also, as both teams are now on the pitch. Newtown just having a team photo with some of their mascots from today. And the Bluebirds just going through their final preparations over on the far side of the pitch as I face the dugouts and the S4C Scorio cameras up in the gantry. I'm riding solo on today's nest. However, I have invited Newtown chairman, Mr. Nick Evans, to join us for a quick chat early in the second half today to discuss how's their season going and what perhaps his thoughts on what the first half plays out like. So hopefully to have Nick joining us later. Referee just calling both captains together. So if you are joining us for this live this afternoon, please feel free to use the chat function on your YouTube stream. Ask any questions and please do engage with me throughout the game. I always say this, but don't let me speak into the black hole. Let's get the conversation going. And as always, when you are tuning in today, let me know where you are tuning in from. We're keeping an eye out on those responses. Talking predictions time. As I mentioned, the injury, Tristan's treatment table is continuing to have players looking for treatment. Jazz, Kai, Dylan, Scotch, Forsey and Pats all available. So the Newtown team that has won 8 out of the last 9 games. I'm going to be realistic today, but also try a new reverse psychology tactic. Always say we're going to win. So today I'm going to say that we are going to be behind for most of the game, but we'll nick a draw at the death. So fingers crossed. I would take a point as well. I'd take a draw here away at a tough place to come every season at Latham Park. Bluebirds in yellow and blue yet again today. In front of me, as I said, playing from right to left. Martel just about to take kick off, and the Robins, as always, as traditional, in their full red kits. Final proceedings before Alex McKinch gets us underway. And there's a whistle. Martel back to Jenks, who does go big down the right channel. It's Tyrese Owen who's taking a position. Competes well, straight up in the air from the Newtown defender. So Rio Dyer, I believe, making his first Cymru Premier start this afternoon. Fresh off his interview on the Nest this week. Well, Rio did really well and gave a good account of himself from where his journey's taken him in football. Obviously, Swansea to Hull to Britain Ferry, Llansevel, and now to us at the Bluebirds. As Martel loses possession, and it's an early chance for Louis Robles, who's into the box, and his pass is wasteful, and it's out for a goal kick. Bluebirds were in the ascendancy then, but possession lost, and Newtown showing how quick they are to counter-attack. Zach Jones in an luminous green outfit this afternoon. White gloves, white boots, looking to play out the back. Goes wide to Luke Tabone. And it's up. As always, it seems the ball is spending a fair bit of time in the air at the moment, as the teams do battle, sussing things out. It's a free kick against Aidan McNamara, just inside our half, on the far side, right in front of the Newtown dugout at the moment. I think it's Cowans with a free kick. Switches play over to Sears over on this right-hand side. He puts it big into the box. It's Jenkins who wins his first battle against Aaron Williams, and it's cleared out for a throw-in, again, over on the far side. Decent crowd here today in Newtown. You can see the young Robins fans just taking their seats behind that goal where they were in the playoff final a number of months ago. The drum being carried up the steps there. But around the ground, there's several supporters here today. And it's many Bluebird scarves and away shirts and European shirts in attendance for one of the shorter journeys north that we face this season. Abruzzese now with the ball over on this near side. He's travelling well. Aaron Williams tries to pull him back, but can't keep up with Abruzzese. He was steamrolled then by George Hughes. Looking for an early call of offside. It's not given. There's a bit of a blind spot for us as we see it from the media suite in Latham Park. Look into the right-hand side. It's a throw-in as the Bluebirds fans just begin to get the vocal cords going. It's going to be a long throw, looking how Newtown are setting up. Like I said, I can't actually see the thrower in this bottom corner, but it looks almost like a corner set up from the Bluebirds in the box. Sutton and Martel are at it from the word goal. Martel picking up Shane Sutton there on the edge of the 6-yard box. Having a good old tussle. The ref looks to be stamping that out from the off. As the throw comes in, it's Tyrese Owen who gets first contact on it. Back to the thrower, who crosses. Sutton flicks on, and it's a goal. I think it's Robles who gets to the second ball. It was flicked on by Sutton, and a volley. Aaron Williams. Sorry, they pronounced it as Aaron Williams. I don't actually think. Perhaps is that Aaron Williams? 4 minutes gone. 1-0 Newtown. There's a good set piece set up, to be fair. It seems to have gone to the number 14, Aaron Williams. That's who the Cymru Football app have certainly given the goal to. This is silenced the Bluebirds bench over on the far side there. Back underway. Jenkins on the ball. Across to Tabone. Bluebirds seem to be playing a box midfield, it seems, this afternoon. As Martel is caught offside. It's a back four. Aidan McNamara at right back. Luke Jenkins and Luke Tabone. Sorry, Lee Jenkins even. Lee Jenkins and Luke Tabone centre half. Abu left back. Unless perhaps McNamara's actually slotted into a back three centre halves because Caden over on the right hand side and Abu must be the wing backs looking at it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a box midfield then of Harry and Tyrese, Dan Hawkins and Rio, almost like 2 10s it seems, with the sole front man of Martel Taylor Crossdale to compete with the Newtown centre halves. Ball is flicked off Abu. He should be able to clear it. Almost goes up for a corner. He does clear it. Newtown starting the better here at the moment. Again, Abu says he does well to clear his lines. First contact won by Newtown, but then it's Tyrese Owen. Surely that, again, 27 is Dominic Smith. Does really well to deal with Martel, rather physically. Caden with a chance to clear. Aaron Williams trying to tackle Caden, out for a throw-in. Newtown throw on the edge, in line with the edge of the box, over on the far side, the dugout side of the pitch. So 1-0 down with 7 or 8 minutes gone here. Don't think Newtown keeper's touched the ball yet. He's just off the centre circle, ushering all his players forward for this throw-in. Again, first contact by Shane Sutton again. Is cleared by Tyrese this time. Harry looking to get on the end of it. He's surrounded by Newtown players as the Newtown keeper does indeed get his first touch. Former Wrexham keeper, I believe. Winchley. Again, a 60, 70 yard long ball is won by the Newtown head of Shane Sutton yet again, who plays a 1-2 with Aaron Williams and then ends up blazing over from 40 yards. Bluebirds back in possession then. Abu down the left-hand side to Dan Hawkins. Switches play out to the right-hand side, who, yeah, Aidan McNamara playing to the right of a back three today. Back inside to Jenkins. Finds Dan Hawkins on the turn in the centre circle. Back to Jenkins. Just looking to get a hold of the game at the moment. McNamara forward to Taylor Crossdale. Bit loose, but it does come back into our possession. Macca across to Harry John. Chance to turn. Does play the safe option to Lee Jenkins at the back. Forward to Dan Hawkins. He's tackled. And again, Jenkins has picked the ball back up. Switches across to Abu. Plenty of space in front of Abu if he can get going. Harry Johns makes a great forward run, taking the defender with him, creating even more space. Finds Dan Hawkins. Back to Abrasese in the 10 position on the edge of the box. But Newtown win back possession. Rio Dyer over on this now, on this near side in front of us now. Good intricate stuff from the Blues. Again, win back possession seems to be very easily given away and very easily won back at the moment. Play very much in the central third of the pitch. As a long ball finds its way to the Newtown keeper. Mentioned Ricky Watts, Oscar Borg and Jack Wilson all on the bench today. I believe Ricky didn't go through too much of the training sessions this week after a knock-up in Bala, but is available if needed. As Newtown again look to string a couple of passes in our defensive third. A cross is well cut out by Rio Dyer. It's going to be another throw-in over on that far side. It's Matty Jones, the Newtown left back. Rolls it down for the longer throw. I think it's Henry Cowans, some distance away from me. Again, Bluebirds looking to set up almost like a corner. It's that close to the corner flag. Ball comes in. First contact. Shane Sutton again there to win that first contact. It's loose in the box. Tabone holds up. Oh, the ball hits the post. Comes back along the goal line. It's a great turn and shot by Sears, I think it was. As Rhys Abruzzese now delivers. Oh, got to be a free kick. Oh. Rhys Abruzzese was travelling really well. Shane Sutton chasing him back. Abu nudged the ball in front of him. Sutton went to clear. It was a swing and a miss that Abu seemed to take contact from. Ref doesn't see it as a foul. We'll agree to disagree on that one. But it's back with the Bluebirds in yellow. Narrowly avoiding going two down there as the ball hit the left post, Zach Jones's goal, and travelled right back across the goal line. And as Abruzzese picked the ball up, he managed to run 50 yards with it, showing how open this game is at the moment. Again, Newtown coming forward. And to be fair, they're looking to play it as quickly as they can. As soon as it does go out for a throw-in, it's coming across and back in play. Dan, welcome to the chat. The only one to respond so far. First game he's missed since B36 away. That's some record that is Dan, to be fair, this season. You've been loud and proud for many of the games. I'm currently broadcasting to the kitchen. I'm assuming in work with you, Dan, as you were busy making curry again, no doubt. You can see many of your fellow Cleddau casuals over on the far side in the stand in between the dugouts, beginning to load up the vocal cords anyway. You see many of those European shirts and scarves in the crowd there. And I think I can even see Steph Thomas sporting his new Spirit of 58 purchase from Bala last week. McNamara now with the ball in his hands for a throw-in on the halfway line. Coming down the touchline. Caden does well to hold up. Newtown are playing a very physical game at the moment, and it's proving difficult to get any large spells of possession. As Martel wins a free kick completely off the ball. Callum Roberts is all over Martel's shirt, blatant in front of the linesman. Good decision and good involvement from the linesman there. I don't think the ref was looking even at that area of the pitch as the ball was elsewhere. But has given a free kick just between the penalty box and the Bluebirds dugout. Stan Hawkins on the ball. Caden and Abu, the only ones back. Everybody else on the edge of the box. Again, there's lots of shirts being held already in the box. Dan Hawkins. Looks a good area. Oh, it's won by Sutton. He's won everything in the air so far today. And the clearance is one. Oh, could have been seen as high feet from Tyrese Owen. It's didn't play on. Probably the right decision, to be fair. The guy, the Newtown player, I didn't see who it was. Had his head quite low there, to be fair. But the ref plays on. The Yellowbirds, should we say, this afternoon, are beginning to string a few passes, and I've killed it there because it's gone up for a goal kick. A long ball. Shane Sutton and Dan Hawkins. One winner in the air there, and Sutton does well to dummy the header, even goes up for a goal kick. Interesting couple of fixtures across the league this afternoon. Again, mention this every week. The Cymru Football app is a great place to get your live fix of scores, cards, and team sheets, etc. There's a number of FAW amateur trophy fixtures on, and several teams from across Pembrokeshire competing across South Wales today in that. So good luck to all of those. But no other goals across the other fixtures. Two interesting fixtures going on elsewhere across Wales today. Pontypridd, Cardiff met 0-0, and Colwyn Bay host Barry 0-0 too. So the only goal came in the 4th minute here at Latham Park. As Newtown just looking to get a bit of territory over on the far side. Couple of throw-ins straight back out further up the pitch. Just again, Henry Cowans with the ball in his hand. Not quite the Jack Wilson distance on Henry, but looking to throw the ball into the box. Again, Sutton, again marked by Martel, just on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's like a wrestling match between those two every time they come together. Luke Tabone up first with the head, clears, and it's in the safe possession of Zach Jones. Rolls the ball out to Jenkins on the half turn, travelling, goes long. It's a great ball. Dan Hawkins is onside. Oh, it just skips off this pitch. Been a lot of rain up in Newtown apparently this morning. Like I said, it's dry at the moment. Autumnal weather here in Newtown at the moment, but it was a great ball by Jenks. Dan Hawkins did well to beat the offside trap and was almost in down this left-hand side in front of us, in front of the main stand here at Latham Park. But the ball goes out for a goal kick. Predictions then. Nobody's put a prediction in the chat. Dan, I'm going to come to you. I know you're listening. What are you thinking? We're 1-0 down, 15 minutes into the game. Can we get it back? It's actually exactly what I said my prediction was. We'd concede relatively early and then come back at the death to take away a point today. Fingers crossed we take even more than that. But being realistic, like I said, they've won 8 of their last 9 games, Newtown, after their own shaky start to the season. Had a brief chat with their chairman, Nick Evans, earlier on. Looking forward to catching up with him later. Remarkable how he felt it was similar. As Tyrese Owen is breaking, there's a bit of space. Plays in Martel on the edge of the box. Martel, Taylor Crosstail, shoots over the bar. It's a good chance there. Great driving run forward by Tyrese Owen. Haven't seen one of them for a while with the big man. Did well. Laid it off nicely to Martel on the edge of the box, to the right-hand side of the box. And drills his shot high and wide over the crossbar. Tough start for the boys here. We're up against it, as we knew we would be here at Latham Park. Obviously, off the back of a 4-0 loss in the home fixture. They seem to be winning every aerial contact at the moment. But having said that, Harry John does really well to win back possession. Good intricate play in the midfield. Good passings between them. Harry John, Rio Dyer is tackled. They look to win back possession so quickly, Newtown, when they lose it, to be fair to them. Both teams, a great touch by McNamara to bring it back under control. Travels 20, 25, 30 yards. This pass just a bit wayward. Doesn't quite reach Rio Dyer. The keeper clears. Again, back up in the air, looking for a very tall team right across the park. Newtown. A lot of height, particularly in attacking positions as well. Aaron Williams, even Ryan Sears must be 6 foot plus. Similar to Bala last week. And the ball has gone up for a goal kick. You can see Tony Pennock on his feet in front of the dugout, just assessing how things are unfolding here at the moment. Everybody else, a full bench of coaching staff and players in the 2-road bus shelter again here at Newtown. There's Newtown attacking down the right-hand side. Give me the cross. Leads it back to Sears, who now delivers. It's at the back post for Aaron Williams, who's hugging, should we say, McNamara. Luke Tabone, who received the pass off Macca, does well to clear his lines. It's Cowan's now driving the ball straight back towards the Bluebirds' goal. Caden does well to intercept it. Finds Rio Dyer. Through ball to Dan Hawkins. Great first touch, Dan Hawkins. Travels with the ball. He's going to get tackled from behind. It's a great tackle, to be fair, from Matty Jones. Newtown straight away look to attack. Robles tries a 1-2 with Sears. It doesn't quite come off. So Yellow back in possession, out for a throw in on the near side. Thrown back to Zach Jones. Boys looking comfortable in possession, but I really found that major chance to level the score yet. Sutton, very experienced player here at Newtown. Knocks it into Cowans, who just dinks it over Harry John, to be fair. Great technical ability from Cowans there. They've got a real blend, Newtown, to be fair, of technical and physicality, I should say, I suppose, perhaps, with their players. Zach coming to collect cleanly on the edge of the box. Looks to distribute it quickly, but thinks again. Holds the ball, and again, I'm sure we'll look to roll it out. He does to McNamara, down that right-hand side. Goes long to Martel. Again, Shane Sutton just shows his strength. Wins a foul, actually. Martel deemed to have fouled the big centre-half. Good afternoon, Mr. Devine. How are the night shifts? Assuming that's where you're just waking up. 1-0 down here. Dan, if you weren't already aware. 4th minute, Aaron Williams volley inside the box after a corner, I think it was. A corner came in, flicked on by Sutton at the front post, and it dropped nicely for a right-footed Mark Hughes-esque volley. Again, Newtown just looking to employ the same tactic. They go long at the angle to the edge of the penalty box, and a big header of the ball looks to diagonally put it back across the box, and they pick up the second ball, pick up the pieces there. Very solid outfit. Again, I mentioned I spoke to the chairman, and I'll be asking him perhaps later on when the Newtown chairman joins us. They had a tough couple of games to start the season and perhaps thought the worst, but have soon picked up with their positive results. As Tyrese Owen almost picks a perfect pass down this near side. Sears manages to clear. Just throw to the Bluebirds on the halfway line. Tony Pennock sending a couple of his substitutes to warm up. It's a young bench today. Jacob Owen again making an appearance on the bench. Dan John too. Abruzzese to Tyrese Owen. Back to Abu. Great feat by Abu. Skips past one. Back post cross. It's just cut out by Matty Jones. Caden's going to get to the rebound first though. Back to McNamara. Across to Abruzzese. He's got Robles. Oh, great feat, Abu. Managed to skip past Robles. So agile. Inside to Rio Dyer. Back to Tabone. Better from the away team. A lot more space opening up. Again, Newtown, when they know they've got to be defensive, just get bodies back. They've got a clear 5-3-2 setup, it seems, themselves this afternoon. When out of possession, certainly. Probably looking just to force it a little bit too soon there, Luke Tabone, unfortunately. Does, however, come to a Bluebirds throw-in. Abruzzese sees the spare ball on the side and gets it back in play quickly. Ball back on the floor, looking to do the Pennock way. It's good, short, sharp passing. Abruzzese to Tyrese Owen. It's a cross. McNamara, a great chest up and over Matty Jones. It's a throw-in line, just in line with the edge of the box, over on the far side, near the main entrance to Latham Park. Aidan McNamara did really well then. The cross-field ball came. He took it mid-flight with his chest, flicked up over the left-back's head, and he managed to get in a good area. Tyrese Owen. Oh, what a chance. Tyrese Owen crosses the ball. Martel with the first header onto it, guides it towards goal, but the keeper with a great save. That was a huge chance for an equaliser. And again, Newtown break early. Sears down this right-hand side. Inside, Matty Jones. A wand of a left foot, the ex-Arbor left back. Bluebirds do well to force them back. Big chance of an equaliser that was. Certainly the best chance the boys have had this afternoon. Great save by the keeper. Great head by Martel too, to be fair. Back with Sutton. Across. The Dom Smith, who's travelling down this right-hand side, out to Sears. Again, a cross fielder, looking for the... And it's wide. Goal kick out for West County. Again, it's the same tactic. A well-drilled Chris Hughes' team. They look for one of their big men in the box, who then looks to cushion a header down into a chance. Newtown have clocked that the boys want to play out from the back, so really pushed up in their 5-3-2 formation. Push up the field, not allowing Zach to play out this time. So it does go big. Again, just looking to try and get it down to play, but Newtown not left in them. Call for offside by Zach Jones from Williams. It's Matty Jones down this left-hand side. It's out for a corner. Great tackle. Caden Williams low.
The raffle has been drawn. The winning tickets are number 596 to 600. That's 596 to 600.
Checking. Still no goals in the other games across the Cymru Premier this afternoon. Looking across the Cymru South, several games postponed, probably due to the bad weather, and only one goal in the Cymru North as well. So almost half an hour in some of those games, and no goals. As Haverfordwest defend the corner, it is won well by Harry John on the edge of the box. Rhys Abruzzese looking to skip past, does very bravely on the edge of the box. Takes two players on. Great little dink by Dan Hawkins. Releases Harry John down the right-hand side. Inside to Rio Dyer. The youngsters linking up well. Out to Caden on the right-hand side. Great cross in. Harry John. Oh, over the bar. The cross from Caden. Header won by Matty Jones on the penalty spot. Just to the edge of the box. Harry John, you can just see him shaping up for a volley. Connects well, but it sails over the bar. I think everybody following Haverfordwest County can't wait for that first goal from Harry. Almost come in there. What a time that would have been to equalise. Winchley with a goal kick then. Decent goal kick. Well into the Bluebirds half. Won by Tyrese Owen. Dan Hawkins does well to battle. It's going to be a red throw. No, goes against. A yellow throw. Well, credit where it's due. Ref got that one wrong. It's going for us though, so we won't complain. So it's an Abu throw just inside the Newtown half. Short to Dan Hawkins. Head up, plays to Rio. Looks for the foul on the edge of the box from Callum Roberts, but the ref will play on. Martel just walking with the keeper, looking to sort of obstruct. He's got to be careful. He is in the direct line of the keeper, but keeper had a shaky start to his time at Newtown. I believe he was the goalkeeper who let one go past him. I think it was against Connors Key, possibly. I can't remember exactly who it was, but it was a calamitous goal early on in his Newtown spell. However, has done really, really well in the past few weeks. I've seen the Scorio highlights showing up to be showing his quality. It's a throw in. Didn't think that ball went, but again, it's going our way, so I won't complain. Almost identical spot. Abu will soon have the ball in his hands. Abu still suffering with that wrist break at this very ground back in May. Spoke to him in the week, and I think he'd been to the clinic for a scan this week, so awaiting the results to see how that is healing up. But still adorns that wrist strapping that Tristan puts on him every training and game. Luke Tabone does well to skip past the tackle. Ref waves play on. Wanted the foul, but it's worked out in our favour. McNamara, deep cross to the back post. Dan Hawkins almost wins his header. Tough battle, that one, against the height of Ryan Sears. And just picking up a little bit of a good spell here for us. Far more attacking threat. Caden Williams has made a great run. He's going to be offside, so can't give it now, but that was a great run. Abruzzese on this near side to Hawkins. Back to Tyrese Owen. Great feet by the big man. Hawkins, again, Great feet. Boys playing some great 1-2s here. Just looking and do come out of trouble. Just playing the ball well. Tyrese Owen, he's 6'5". He's got feet like Dan Hawkins, to be fair. Great technical ability. McNamara down the right and said, oh, heavy pass goes out for a goal kick. That was a good spell of about 10 or 15 passes there, probably. Just beginning to show our own bit of physicality and shrugging off a couple of the tackles too. Far more positive. Almost at the 30-minute mark. It's a bit of a quiet spell in the crowd. Not much noise, but a decent crowd. Good couple of hundred, I would say, here at Latham Park today. You can see their hospitality suite, I believe, up on the gantry is full with visitors this afternoon. From sponsors, I believe, in Newtown. They're enjoying their time here. There's so many different types of stands. If you visited Latham Park or seen it on Scorer, you'll be aware of the different styles. It's very jigsawed together somewhat. But each of the stands, none of them full, but all of them have a good number of people in. Both managers, the only ones stood up in the technical areas. Both almost stood identically, arms crossed, just watching to see how play is unfolding. It's a throw in to Newtown on this near side, in front of the clubhouse. Ryan Sears with a long throw. Again, Shane Sutton makes that dart in early run towards the front. Won by Luke Tabone. It's rebounding around the box. It is cleared all the way to Roberts on the halfway line. The left footer booms it right across. It's going to land on the penalty spot. It's one first header out to Robles over on the far side. Delivered. It's a header. It's into the hands of Zach Jones. Shane Sutton, been doing it for years. Such an experienced and physical player. Just dominates the areas he's in. And Tyrese Owen, I think, now has started picking him up from set pieces to try and compete with him. Martel that time, the only one forward for the Bluebirds. Again, the bounce, the same with many of the pitches in the league. I feel it's a somewhat artificial bounce, and it just skips off the surface following Zach's clearance. Smith, the centre half, takes a throw in back to the Newtown keeper then. Clears his lines. It's going to be a Lee Jenkins header here, who heads it just as far back towards the Newtown keeper. Probably a 40-yard header from Lee Jenkins there. Rio Dyer just looking to pounce if the keeper does drop it, but punts out of his hands. First contact won by Henry Cowens. Flicked on. Lee Jenkins inadvertently has put Robles in. It's a great save by Zach Jones and cleared by Tyrese Owen. Jenks looked to be carrying one of the Newtown players on his back, so had to play a back pass towards McNamara, but he was intercepted by Robles, who a strike he looked to be straight at Zach, but again a good save nonetheless. As I can hear hi-ho being bellowed from across the pitch. Ball again, diagonal ball. It's won by Sutton. Oh, headed down to the penalty spot. It was Jenkins on the first contact who volleys clear. It hit Sutton as he ran towards Jenkins, and it narrowly bounces wide of the right-hand side post. So it's a goal kick. Very close to being a calamitous second goal for Newtown there. It's unlucky. Martel tries to bring down the goal kick. It's just ricocheted into Newtown possession yet again. The chat on the YouTube stream is very quiet this afternoon. There are a number of people tuning in. Please let me know where you're tuning in from, your score predictions, and whether you'll be at next Saturday's home game to Colwyn Bay. One of 3 teams, I believe, that we've beaten this season. There's Newtown over on the far side, keeping possession well. Yeah, pick up yet another throw-in over on the far side there. It's a goal at University of South Wales Park, where Pontypridd have opened the scoring. Cara Duggan, who scored against us in the live game a number of weeks ago, has opened the scoring there after 28 minutes. The goalkeeper with the assist, so I can only assume that's a long ball finished by the youngster. So they lead Cardiff Met 1-0 in Pontypridd. It's Sutton fouls Tyrese Owen. It's the first header he's lost. Tyrese Owen won it, and Sutton didn't take too nicely to losing out that contact. Tyrese Owen down. I think his boot has come off. He must have been kicked off, stood on. He's holding his right foot. He's going to be okay. There's no call for treatment. It's Tristan Jenkins sitting in the front row over on the far side. Isn't budging. He's back on his feet, trotting off. Just going to shake off that knock. So it's a Zach free kick inside the Bluebirds penalty area. Looks like he's going to be going big. Certainly Chris Hughes has got his men pressing that opportunity to play out from the back. They are high and wide every time Zach's got the ball now, which is a clear difference to what it was earlier in the half. Sutton again loses out the header, this time to Martel, who lays it off to Tyrese, over to Abruzzese on this near side. Delivers a great ball. Oh, almost cut. It's in, surely. Sure, he's given it. He's given it. It's a goal. Reece Abruzzese's cross has lobbed the keeper. The keeper falls to the ground. Superb. Well done, that linesman, yet again. The cross comes shot. We'll say it's a shot. Shall we, Abu? Over the keeper's head. Rio Dyer was first to react as the keeper fumbled it on the goal line. So I don't know whether it was Rio's second contact that took it over the line. I would say it's going to go as a Reece goal that the keeper dropped over the line. But it doesn't matter who scored it. The fact that the linesman gave it is superb news, because I looked at the ref. He wasn't going to give it. Linesman early flag saying it went over the line. No goal line technology at Latham Park. Game on, 1-1. 37 on the clock. Good time for it to come. Tony Panic now far more vocal over on the far side, encouraging the boys to finish the half positively. It's been, I'm going to say it now, hopefully not to jinx us, consecutive games that we've conceded just on the stroke of half time. So I'm hoping the boys can see this one out, at least going into the break level. Probably what we deserved over the last 10 to 15 minutes spell of play. Far better in attacking positions. Game on. Again, Newtown not changing the way they do stuff. Looking for that first flick in the air with a high ball, and then picking up the pieces. I'm sure Tony will be saying about that in the dressing room at halftime. But very much that's exactly what they do in every opportunity. Matty Jones crosses, is charged down by Tyrese Owen, out for another corner. Number of corners from both sides of the pitch from Newtown in this first half. Interesting to see what stats are showing with that, but must be the 5th or 6th corner that they've had. Boys dealing well with most of them, apart from the very first one. Cowans to deliver, one arm in the air, right-footed, is dealt with superbly by Zach Jones. Comes and clears, punches clear. The referee is blown. It's in the blind spot. So I don't know. Tristan is up holding his bag ready. I don't think he'll be coming on for treatment. I'm trying to work out exactly who that is. It's not, I'm assuming it should be Reece Abruzzese in that position of the ground, but it's not. I can see Abu still in the penalty box. I think it's Rio Dyer is the only one I can't see. They're on their feet. I can see a pair of boots walking away. Yeah, I think it was Rio who got clattered there, but it's... Oh, actually, no, it was Harry John. Harry John coming away tenderly. I think in winning the throw-in. Little bit of controversy in the box as a clearance by the Bluebirds player is almost catches the face of a Newtown player. The player's head, I think, Newtown players are appealing. He was low in the head. He did, it's Matty Jones it is on the floor. He was very low in trying to go for the header, almost like a diving header. But I think it was actually Harry John who flicked the ball clear, hit Matty Jones. The ball hit Matty Jones in the face. It went over the crossbar for a goal kick. All the Newtown players appealing for a penalty there. I actually think it was probably his head was in the wrong place, but I don't think there was a connection between Harry's boot. I think it was Harry who made that clearance then. Not 100% sure. I think it was Harry. Inadvertently, perhaps, if he has caught him. But it's a goal kick. Again, I said at the start, I'm a big fan of Alex McInch, the ref today. Couple of decisions going our way for a change. Cleared by Zach Jones then. The young Robins fans behind the goal beginning to turn the volume up on their own jeering of the keeper there. Just getting a little bit more lively as we come to the close on this half. 41 minutes on the clock. Only game across the Cymru Premier so far with both teams to score. Pontypridd 1-0 and Colwyn Bay Barry Town United still 0-0 in what many have said is a 6-pointer. I wouldn't say a relegation 6-pointer, but it is an important game. But however, it seems every game's important in this league at the moment. Teams beating teams perhaps they're not identified as being the favourites for. Certainly last night, Aberystwyth winning 2-0 at Penabont was a shock to most. Ex-Bluebird Steph Davis causing havoc for the Penabont backline for certainly the second goal, and I know he was involved in the first goal too. As Robles breaks down the right-hand side for Newtown. As I said, the entertainment just went up a little bit. Free kick against Haverfordwest. Lee Jenkins seemed to have put more of the man than the ball on that clearance. And it's Matty Jones's left foot coming across to take it. So I'm assuming an in-swinger with 42.5 minutes on the clock. Every Bluebird player back inside the Haverfordwest box. Zach Jones ordering his players, ensuring that they win both the first and second contact. A one-man wall. Rio Dyer. Matty Jones, like I said, has got a wand of a left foot. There's a lot of space to Zach's left, the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. I'm hoping Zach's got that covered, but it's going to be Matty Jones who goes back post, and it's going to go straight out for a goal kick. I'm glad I've jinxed him there. Not one of his best deliveries. Yeah, Abu, I do believe, has gone joint top scorer with Kai this afternoon. If indeed that goal is given to Abu, I think it probably will. It was on target, quite right. Tom next to me is saying it was on target, so yeah, quite right. I think the keeper must have fumbled it. It'd be interesting to see the time between the linesman giving it and Rio trying to fumble the ball over as well. But yeah, we'll say it's Abu's. However, if it's Rio's, it'll be his first for the club too. Having been on the Nest podcast this week, that would be a good omen for him. Newtown again finishing the half quite strongly here. It's going to be Zach who claims, well, 17 Henry Cowans again causing havoc in the box. He seems to be the main man in picking up the second pieces in the box off his rather tall teammates who seem to be looking out for him on the drop downs. All in Zach's hands. Going to be punted long. Well into the Newtown half. Martel with Matty Jones, 2 hands on his back. It's out for a Bluebirds throw over on the far side, on just inside the Newtown half, in front of many clapping Haverfordwest fans. Caden with the ball in his hands. Getting in his sparkly pink boots this afternoon. It's a long one. Down the line. Rio Dyer, Shane Sutton. Only one winner in the air there. It's back to Caden with 10 yards of space. Over the top to Rio Dyer. And again, the physical presence of Shane Sutton sees the ball out for a goal kick. Newtown not in any rush to get the ball back in play now in the 44th minute. Winchley bringing the ball over to the opposite side of his 6-yard box. Majority of players within 20 yards of each other, all just inside the Haverfordwest half to the left-hand side. The ball just boomed that way. Tyrese Owen, unopposed, wins the first contact to Rio Dyer. On the front foot to Dan Hawkins. Rhys says he's going round him, but Dan Hawkins over to Martel. Great first touch. Can he play it back to Caden on the edge of the box? Delivered low. It's Harry John, 35 yards out. Travels with it to Martel. Across. Oh, almost pushed. Great. Oh, good effort. Left foot. Safe into the hands of the Newtown keeper. Not his preferred foot or angle, I wouldn't have thought, but a shot on target nonetheless. Safe into the hands of the Newtown keeper. It's a good chance there. I thought Harry John a little bit too far out to take a strike, but had he been 5 or 10 yards closer, that's another shout that I'll give the ref his dues. He's got it wrong. It hit Tyrese Owen. A clearance off Lee Jenkins hit Tyrese Owen in the hand there, and the ref waved play on. So we're certainly getting the rub of the green with some of these decisions, which I'm not complaining about whatsoever. After Dan and I commentating up in Bala last week, that certainly wasn't the case. So it's nice to see luck on our side for a change. As again, Newtown just look to clear their lines of any threats. Neither team in any rush to get this ball back in play. Both teams looking to go in without them conceding. Abusezi back to Luke Tabone. Dummies. It hasn't worked out well for him, but it's Abusezi who picks up a free kick. Tabone thanks his teammate for getting him out of trouble there. Robles aware of Luke Tabone's dummy. Panic in the dugout, not happy with that one, understandably. But Reece did well to get back, won back possession and took the contact off the Newtown striker, winning a free kick. Again, just about to enter injury time, I believe. 45 plus 2. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. So this is the exact same time we tend to concede the last few games. So if we can hold off and go in at level at the break, I'm sure Panic will be happy. Tyrese Owen is going to pick up a yellow card here. He's going to his pocket. I think it'll be a yellow's in his hand. It was a battle of two high feet. Tyrese Owen, Sears, as soon as the yellow card is given, is straight back up on his feet and walks off as if no contact whatsoever. The ref had the best seat and view of that in the ground, so I'll give him his benefit of the doubt on that one. But Tyrese Owen, the first yellow card of the afternoon for a high foot on Sears, whose theatrics quickly came to a close after the yellow card was issued. Experience, gamesmanship, call it what you like. And it's Henry Cowans now, and number 17 on this near side to deliver a right footer straight to the back of the penalty box. Jenkins beats Sutton in the air. Bad bounce. Gets past Harry John. Up in the air, Tyrese Owen. And it's going to be in the hands of Zach Jones. Does well to keep that in. I think it could have been going up for a corner. And that's the half. Half time. It's Newtown 1, Haverfordwest County 1. A better second half of the first half. I'm sure will please Tony Pennick and his coaching staff. Lots of work to do though, but so far all level here at Latham Park. We'll take a short break now then, and hopefully when I do return, I'll be joined by the Newtown chairman, Mr. Nick Evans, for a chat about all things Newtown and the Cymru Premier. See you soon. Croeso nôl. Welcome back to Latham Park in Powys, where it is Newtown 1, Haverfordwest County 1. Reasonably entertaining first half here in Powys. It's the team's just returning to the pitch. I hope to be soon joined by Newtown chairman, Mr. Nick Evans. But before that then, we'll just go through the lineups yet again. So I believe no substitutes are imminent. So as they were then, Winchley in goal for Newtown, Callum Roberts, Ryan Sears, Shane Sutton, captain, Rob Evans, Louis Robles, Aaron Williams, Henry Cowans, Matty Jones, George Hughes and Dominic Smith. Apologies on some pronunciations here. The fuzziness of the printout of the sheet in front of me is causing me some difficulties with some of those names. For the Bluebirds, though, I know those guys. Zach Jones, Rhys Abruzzese, Dan Hawkins, Marta Taylor-Crossdale, Harry John, Lee Jenkins, Rio Dyer, Tyrese Owen, Aidan McNamara, Caden Williams-Lowe and captain Luke Tabone. Bench today is Ivan Knott, Ricky Watts, Oscar Borg, Jack Wilson, Yori Humphreys, Dan John and Jacob Owen. It's Newtown are going to be taking kick-off. Nick is just coming up the chairs, up the steps in front of me here. So we'll have a quick chat with Nick as you clamber over the chairs there. Croeso, welcome Nick. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on our audio commentary, the Bluebirds Nest Live. Firstly, how are things at Newtown? Are you enjoying this season?
Hi Ryan, thank you. I'm enjoying this season. It's good. It's an exciting league. It's such a close league this season. That's there's something on every game, and 1-1 half time today just summarises. It's a big game for both teams. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. Thank you.
Yeah. As Newtown almost get a chance in the penalty box, I think it's going to go out for Rhys Abruzzese. He does indeed clear, but first early chance to Newtown. How many years you've been involved with the club then, Nick?
Well, as an academy coach here for 7 years.
Ooh. Oh, into the good save by Zach Jones down low. It's typical. You come on and things liven up here to start the second half. Great save from a long-range shot by Zach Jones, and then the rebound into the side net, and it is a goal kick. Sorry, Nick.
Thanks, Ryan. Sorry about that. It's I was an academy coach for the last 7 years. Before that, been a lifelong sort of fan of the club. But then the position of chairman came up at this year's AGM. My name was put forward, and hence I didn't duck quickly enough at the AGM. And thoroughly enjoying the position in the club.
Yeah, and certainly there was a collaboration for obviously the free tickets and the playoff final, things like that. So it's certainly a mutual respect between both yourself and our chairman, obviously Rob Edwards, and the boards and things like that. So that's good to see. More of that, I think, could be done across the Cymru Premier. But we mentioned off the recording earlier on this afternoon, we talked about Europe. Obviously, you've been involved in the club for a long time, so know the benefits and things like that. But we spoke about how perhaps we're having perhaps could be seen as a bit of a hangover start of the season after not having many weeks off from an off season as such. How did you find it when you were in Europe, particularly those two last two seasons?
Yeah, similarly, Ryan, to us as we discussed earlier. We all strive for that European position, and the last 2 seasons we've had it. And the last time we got into Europe, like yourselves, we got into the second round, qualifying round, which was great. But then our league campaign after that was just flat, and it took us probably 6 or 8 games to really get going. So it's a strange one in terms of, obviously, the financial benefits of getting to Europe are huge. But for the players, it means there's no summer off. There's continuity of football. They forego their family holidays. And it's strange. It just seems to suck the life out of the start of the next season, as yourselves are experiencing this year. It's a very, very strange one, because Haverfordwest were by many seen as being contenders for top 4 this year, and it's quite potentially you may still get that. You've got a very good team, very good squad, a good manager, a good setup. But getting into Europe does seem to play a part in having a slow start to the season. Likewise, Penamont this year. Yes, they got injuries and suspensions and whatnot as yourselves, but it seems to have a strange effect on the club. So it's something that needs to be addressed, but how we address it, it's difficult to say.
Yeah, we spoke about perhaps with the league restructure and Noel Mooney's pillars of change and things like that, something to say, well, if you compete in Europe, you get an extended, or a delayed start of the season. That might help, because the game is certainly livening up. Almost a penalty shout for Newtown there, but given an offside, he's offside, Nick, no chance. It's been an entertaining first half. What did you think of it?
First quarter of an hour, we should have been 3-0 up, at least 2-0 up. But then, in this league, you've got to start well and you've got to take your chances. And, I think, if I'm totally honest, the first half was a half of 2 halves. And I think as you gained a foothold in the game and got possession, then you did look quite threatening. The goal was one of those sort of freak goals, which you could argue shouldn't have been a goal. But your left back, who's been quite impressive in recent games, he's looked dangerous. Number 3 in this game. I'm not going to even try and pronounce his name. But there's lots of A's and lots of Z's in there. But he's looked good, and he took that sort of speculative shot on goal, and it wasn't really a threatening shot, but our keeper caught it on the goal mouth and sort of parried it over. So, but a goal's a goal. So 1-1. This game is finely balanced, and at the moment, I wouldn't like to predict at the moment who's going to come out on top. So.
No, well, I'm sure Chris Hughes will have his eyes on cementing the club's place in the top 6. Are those, the aspirations for the season, or where do you see the rest of the season playing out?
It's such a difficult one. Obviously, at the beginning of the season, we sort of got three ambitions. The first one, which is that the low level is survival. Because it is a tough league, and it just shows last night Aberystwyth beating Penamont. They really, if you take the top 2 out of the league this season, TNS and Connors Quay, I honestly don't think that the remaining 10 there is an awful lot between them. And I think on their day, it just proves last night, anybody can beat anybody. So for us. Yeah, of course, European football is, as we've discussed, it's something that we do strive for. You sort of know that the following season that is going to perhaps have a detrimental effect as well. So it's a very strange one. But top 4, if I'm being totally honest, is our ambition. That's what we're aiming for.
Brilliant. Well, it's beginning to get quite lively on the pitches, so we'll let you go back. Thank you for your time, Nick. I really appreciate that. Best of luck for the rest of the season, and who knows, we may still end up facing each other yet again this season, and I wouldn't rule out another playoff final here at Latham Park, perhaps.
I'd take that, and thanks Ryan, good to talk, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Top man. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. Cheers. Excellent. And again, thank you, Nick Evans, the chairman of Newtown, for joining us on the Nest Live this afternoon. It's good to see how different clubs have their perspective on things, and certainly that conversation I had earlier today with Nick about Europe and the lack of an off-season for players and staff and families, etc. Everybody involved as a club community. The knock-on that it does, there's a real precedent on that, in that clubs tend to suffer a little bit after. Certainly Newtown progressed, as we did, in the European competitions to a second round, and it just takes it out of the players somewhat at the start of the season. So, but we're back underway. I could have talked to Nick all afternoon, but keen to get the commentary back underway, because it started very, very lively between both teams. As I mentioned briefly, penalty shouts and a couple of good opportunities again for both teams. It's set up to be quite an exciting second half, I hope. And as he said, it was a tale of 2 quarters, should we say, in the first half, and it's currently a free kick to Haverfordwest, about 40 yards out to the left-hand side of the pitch, so it probably lends itself to a Dan Hawkins right-footed cross, A number of goals have started coming in already across the league. So quickly, I will say that Cardiff Met have equalised at Pontypridd, and also Colwyn Bay are 1-0 down at home to Barry Town United. So what many were saying online, certainly this morning, is that being a 6-pointer, it's Barry who take the lead there. So it's actually Abruzzese. It delivers a deep cross, but it's straight into the hands of Winchley in the Newtown goal, who clears his lines quickly. It's going to be Caden who does win that header. Gets away from Harry Johnson. Matty Jones won back well by McNamara, who travels down the right. Great feat by Macca. Looking for that gap to carry on driving forward. Does well, rides a couple of challenges. He's still got possession, is indeed tackled, but it's Tyrese Owen who picks up the pieces. And it goes back to Zach Jones. Out to Caden Williams low on this near side in the second half. Clears down the line over Sutton's head. Martel Taylor Crossdale competing well with the big man. It's a red throw-in. Again, it wasn't too bad the first half, but the second half has started very, very lively. I'm sure there's already some key highlights that Scorio will be using from this game in the second half. Rio Dyer wins his aerial battle. And ball referee, yes, indeed. Arm is up straight away from the ref. Haverfordwest throw-in. Sorry, Haverfordwest free kick. Tyrese Owen over the ball. Dan Hawkins pushes him away. I think this is going to be played much further up the pitch as Lee Jenkins and Luke DeBone make their way up to about 5 yards outside of the Newtown penalty area. Again, Caden and Abu, the only two Haverfordwest players staying back. Harry John in that pocket of space. Everybody else up. But it's Dan Hawkins right across the penalty area. There's hands all over Luke there. Lee Jenkins actually picks up on the wing over on the far side. His pass is wayward, but it's hopefully going to be Caden who picks this up. Does well. Back to Zach Jones and out to Abu over on the far side in front of the Haverfordwest dugout. I think the next goal in this fixture is key. Both teams are certainly not coming out looking for the draw. It's the ball's in our penalty box. It's laid back. Cowan's cross is won straight back out by Lee Jenkins. Great clearance. Callum Roberts just messes up his clearance. Rio Dyer's travelling. This is really positive on the counter-attack. It's out for a throw-in on the far side. As Rio Dyer's dad, Andy Dyer, who we discussed on the podcast this week, walks in front of the stand, watching his son in Mid Wales today before he starts his position as manager of Britain Ferry Llansamble in the Cymru South next Friday, I believe. They were the winners last night against Carmarthen, 3-1 at Old Road, and I think the return fixture is next Friday at Richmond Park. Rhys Abruzzese then finally gets the ball back into play. Newtown win back possession, but Lee Jenkins puts it back in the mix, and it's a scissor kick by Shane Sutton, puts it right back into Bluebirds territory. I think it takes a deflection and goes out for a Newtown throw over on the far side in line with the edge of the penalty box again. Cardiff Met have taken the lead at Pontypridd. It's now 2-1 Cardiff Met. Goals galore there this afternoon for Cardiff Met in the second half. Newtown just setting up. Sears with a long throw. Flat into the box. Won by Caden, of all people. It's a clear foul, I felt there, but not given on Caden then. Narrowly. It's out for a throw in the middle of our half. It's Rhys Abruzzese down, holding his shin, I believe. I think Tristan will be called on for some treatment on this one, as a number of players in a huddle speak to Tony Pennock over on the far side. It looks like Oscar Borg and Jack Wilson are having their final instructions. Abu seems to have a problem with his ankle. It's his right ankle, I believe. He's on his back with Tristan dealing with his... perhaps not an ankle. He's stretching it up as if almost he had cramp. Don't think it's cramp, but that's the shape on Tristan holding him. I would say potentially a hamstring or a calf looking at that. With my very limited medical knowledge, I will say. Yeah, Oscar Borg stripped and ready to come on, as is Jack Wilson. Dan Salmon offering his support for Cardiff Met today. I'm a big fan of draws in this league if it's not involving us. So I'm hoping for a draw there today. Again, as Nick has just said, showing how competitive this league is. It's number 18 up on the board, so Tyrese doesn't know it yet, but will be replaced by Oscar Borg. On 19, was it? Aiden making way. Must be carrying a knock, but he did well. Tactical change, certainly. So Oscar on, Jack Wilson on, Abu and Maka off. So I'm going to try and work out now then what this formation is going to end up looking like. Hard to make out at the moment as the throw comes in. Won by Tyrese Owen. Cleared by Jack Wilson. And he's going to compete again. Does well. A second header. Second touch is another header. Bluebirds on the counter-attack. Martel is going to go out over on the far side for a throw-in. Oscar has settled into a back three. That was the obvious one with Luke and Lee. I think Jack Wilson is taking up a position as a left wing back over on the far side. That's what it seems. A huge throw by Jack Wilson. Shane Sutton eats that one up. Heads it back. Caden up in the air. Harry John gives away a foul. Physically, should never be giving away a foul against Robles there. Much bigger man, but Harry's been on the weights. Does well to win that battle. But it's now a Henry Cowan's free kick. Right-footed free kick with all but Callum Roberts inside the Bluebirds' third. Cowans again deep to the back post. Sutton takes a run, heads it across. It's going out the far side. Sears back to Cowans. He's going to look to deliver again. No, out to Sears. Sears over on the touchline. Jockeyed by Jack Wilson. Does well. Jack does well. Deflected out for a throw-in. Seemed that those substitutes would be a pivotal moment of this game. Fresh legs. Tristan is still looking at Abruzzese over in the dugout as he puts a bib on, sat down in the back row there. It doesn't look too serious. If any interest in that, it's a cross. One again, that's Jack Wilson's third touch, third with his head, does well to clear as Dan Hawkins pumps the ball all the way back to the Newtown keeper. Tristan is now taking a seat. I still can't work out what is up with Abu, or Aiden for that matter. But it seemed to be two medical reasons for the change, rather than tactical, I think. Abu just calmly taking his boots off. Seems to be okay. Perhaps it's just a bit of a knock. It's a throw into Newtown, right in front of the dugout. It's taken short to Sears. Travelling towards Martel. Across the box is cleared by Caden. Another half a chance for the home team. Dealt with well by the Bluebirds in yellow. Referee just ushering Sears to go about 10 yards further back towards his own goal for this throw-in. I think that was due to the vocal request from the Bluebirds bench. Sears, again, another long throw into the box. Flicked on Sutton, won by Jack Wilson and cleared by Caden. Mirror image of the last one, that. Leo Dyer and Matty Jones now competing for the ball. Gets sandwiched in between players, but Newtown do come away with it. Go on, Dan Hawkins, tackle, wins the ball well. Back, switched out to this left-hand side. Sears is going to do well to keep it in to Matty Jones, the left footer. The ball goes out. The ball does go out for a throw-in. Linesman's got the best view of the whole ground, but he's probably the only one who did think that ball was going out. I think Matty Jones is going to pick up a booking here. Yeah, he is indeed, for descent back to the referee. To be fair, I don't think anyone but the linesman thought that ball had gone out, but I'm going to agree with the linesman there. I thought he did an excellent job of saying that the ball went out. It's Haverfordwest throw. Lee Jenkins coming across to take this throw in on the right-hand side. 10 yards ahead of where the ball went out. He indeed is being sent back towards his own goal. Down players beginning to get a little bit rattled here, as are the supporters. Shane Sutton and his infamous beard clear the ball straight down Luke DeBone's throat this time. Dan Hawkins does well to compete in the air with Sutton, but again, only one winner that time. 60-yarder into the corner. It's Aaron Williams and Luke DeBone doing battle, and Luke comes out victorious, giving away a throw-in over on the far side. Both Maka and Abu now just calmly sitting in the dugout. Doesn't seem to be too much wrong with either. Tristan nowhere near them, you'd be glad to know, supporters. As the Bluebirds clear the free kick, the throw-in yet again. Callum Roberts with his left foot delivers deep to the far post. Sutton up with the first contact is claimed by Zach Jones, unopposed. Bellows out his instructions for the Bluebirds to clear the lines even better than they did, to be fair. Ushering his players up. Not much short play, however, it is thrown out to Jack Wilson over on the far side. Jack travelling. Robles in hot pursuit. Jack does well to turn to go back to Tabone, who puts a 60-yard crossfielder in and behind Matty Jones that Caden's going to pick up. Again, it's going in that blind spot, but ball is still in play. It's won back by Newtown. It's going to be cleared down the line, but Jenkins is there. First touch is fouled by Aaron Williams. Ref wears play on. Harry back to Oscar. Caden to Rio with space in front of him. Crosses. It's loose. Not the best across from Rio that time, who is having a very good game, to be fair, this afternoon. Jack Wilson does well to win. The ref is away. Luke DeBone is now down looking for treatment. Big Aaron Williams has stood on his toes there. Yori Humphreys being sent for a stretch. And I think that's Jacob Owen as well. Very promising youngster, featuring a lot for the development team, who are themselves having a good season. 9-1 winners last weekend. Tabone back on his feet. And it's Smith throwing in straight back to the keeper, who will no doubt send this in. He does 60, 70 yards downfield. Won by Luke Tabone, who's won many of his aerial battles today. Wins a free kick. What a shock, Mr. Aaron Williams. Zach Jones taking his time, coming out to pick up this free kick, which is halfway between the penalty box and the centre circle. Back three, all on the halfway line with Robles and Aaron Williams. Every other Bluebirds player in an attacking top left corner of the pitch. Martel, again, being hugged by his defender, should we say. Jack Wilson, I think that's his fourth or fifth touch. Another one with his head. Clearing his lines well today, Willie, since he's come on. Newtown do get possession from the resulting header, and it's Callum Roberts travelling down this left-hand side to Matty Jones, who turns and goes all the way back to his keeper, much to the dismay of his home fans. Comment that don't go back to that style from one of the supporters here in Latham Park. Interesting comment. I believe I think that's Zelly Ishmael stripped and ready to come on for Newtown. Very much an attack-minded player. Bagged a couple of goals already this season. He will be one to watch coming on. Jack Wilson with a throw on the far side from the penalty box into the Newtown's half. Ref waves play on. Rio Dyer was a little late on Aaron Williams there. Well done, Rio. Out to Matty Jones on this near side. Short, Callum Roberts. Again, it's Rio. Putting in a shift this afternoon, to be fair to him, on his first start in the Cymru Premier, I believe. Callum Roberts' experience just buys the free kick there. Little bit naive. Oh, great. Zach Jones, very, very brave. Dives at the feet of a very quick, almost Liverpool versus Barcelona-esque quick set piece there. When Trent delivered that ball to Origi a couple of years ago, it was very much like that. But Zach slid in and collect at the feet of, I think it was Aaron Williams as well. Good job, Zach. On your toes. Zach punts. He's going to look for Martel. Shane Sutton wins the first contact to Oscar. Nods it back. It's head tennis for a second. All the way back with a Newtown goalkeeper at the moment. It's a heavy touch. Ooh, almost charged down by Martel. Need to get the ball down on the deck here, it seems. Rio inside the centre circle. And ball, referee. Oh, we've played on. Dan Hawkins does well to find Martel over on the far left-hand side. Drives inward. Just looking to play it safe and sensible to Harry John. Oh, the 1-2 doesn't quite come off. It's 2-on-2 at the back. Luke Tabone does well to pick up the pieces. Now travelling 30 yards. He needs to get it to Jenkins. Does. Jenkins now travelling. For a big man, pair of them, they do move well, to be fair. That's a free kick. Rio Dyer. Rugby tackled by George Hughes. As the substitution comes in. Rio Dyer stayed down. There's going to be a substitution anyway. It is Zelly Ishmael coming on and Matty Jones. So we're playing over on this near side, on the left-hand side in the second half. Makes way. Rio tentatively getting back to his feet. I think winded more than anything on that one. Clattered from behind. And very quietly just makes his way to find some space on this near side. Ishmael is coming across, but Rio is open. But as Dan Hawkins delivers the free kick, not his best delivery of the afternoon. It's cleared easily by Newtown. Back with Jack Wilson. Crossfielder finds Tyrese Owen. Flicks into Shane Sutton's chest. And Jack Wilson does well. Bumps into Aaron Williams and comes off second best. Aaron Williams, crossfielder, is cleared to the edge of the box. Cowans needs to be stopped. Is stopped. Jack Wilson clears. One to watch on Scorio, that one. If it was shown, nothing came of it, so probably won't be shown, but comical one that from Zach. It's out for a throw in on this near side now. McKinch, referee Alex McKinch, just looking to speed Lee Jenkins, who don't possibly think he could go any slower walking towards this one. Just looking to slow down this spell from the home side. Lee Jenkins with the throw then. Again, decent distance from Lee. So unused or unaware of that weapon. Dan Hawkins does well. Lays down the ball to Rio Dyer. Out to Jack Wilson. Fair bit of pace going forward for the Bluebirds now. Dan Hawkins on the edge of the box. Jockeyed by George Hughes. 2-on-1 as Rio Dyer comes to support. Back to Jack Wilson. Can he find a Bluebirds player in the box? It's deep. Oh, Caden almost coming in at the back post. Does go out for a goal kick. Very close to a chance at the back post for Caden to open his account. A number of players getting stripped for the Bluebirds over there. Certainly one. I think that's Yori Humphreys putting his shirt on. Dan John is also on his feet. I don't think Dan is coming on, but it looks like Yori is. Interesting to see this tactical thought process here now then. It doesn't look to be Luke, Oscar or Lee carrying any knocks or looking like they're wanting to come off. So interesting one this. Perhaps looking to push Willie further up the pitch, putting Oscar as the left wing back, I'm predicting, with Yori joining a back three. Now there is another shirt being put on, and I'm guessing that's Jacob Owen. Can't quite see with the shirt over his head and they're back to me. I don't think it's Watsy. Number 54 shirt. Yeah, I think it is Jacob Owen as well, who'll be coming on shortly. So Tony Pennock encouraging his men to get out of the box as Callum Roberts pumps one back to the far side. Tyrese Owen and Shane Sutton. Again, the battle is won by Tyrese Owen. Jenkins clears the rebound. Tyrese Owen clears that rebound. Tyrese Owen puts Dan Hawkins in. The battle's going to be won by Sears going for that one. And played out the other side by the Newtown keeper. Tony Pennock definitely rolling the attacking dice here, I feel. Winchley clears long. Lee Jenkins off the ball, just shoves Aaron Williams. Ref waves play on, not giving anything. Good tackle, Luke DeBorn intercepts play. But it's out with Zeli Ishmael. Rio Dyer just jockeying back Callum Roberts. It's a deep cross, won by DeBorn. Almost bounces up and hits Rio on the arm. Back Ishmael on the edge of the box. One-on-one with Harry John. Dummies well, takes it out wide. Has he got a left foot across? No, back onto the right. Head clear, great clearance by Luke DeBorn there. Appeals for a handball, not given. I don't think it was, to be fair. Dan Hawkins does well just to scoop the ball out of play over on the far side. Players imminent. Bibs are going back on. But Bluebirds players are stripped and potentially ready to come on. So it'll be another long throw from Sears over on the far side. Rio Dyer just goes down to tie his shoelace. Again, just popping a bit of home team momentum. Oh, it's not a shoelace. I think he's might have picked up a knock. So it's Tristan Jenkins coming on to look at Rio. He doesn't seem quite right since the foul on him 10 minutes ago. No other goals in the Cymru Premier to report back. Still 2-1 to Met at Pontypridd this afternoon. And Barry, going into the final 15 minutes, are still 1-up at Colwyn Bay. Again, hard to predict those results this afternoon, as it is still here 1-1. Tristan has indicated that a sub is needed, so it'll be Rio Dyer, highly likely to be coming off here. And it's Yori Humphreys who will be coming on. So I'd imagine Yori will drop into the back three. Oscar will go to where Jack Wilson is currently playing, that left wing back slot. And Jack Wilson will occupy a far more attacking position further up the pitch. I think that's going to be my next prediction, is a Jack Wilson winner. In a good run of form, Jack, when he's been fully fit. Yeah, it is indeed number 24, Yori Humphreys, coming on for number 17, Rio Dyer.
78 minutes, 17 Rio Dyer being replaced by 24 Yori Humphreys.
13 minutes of normal time to play. So throw in over on the far side. Sears now, it's being signalled to play. It's again high throw in into the box, won by Tyrese Owen and cleared by Martel. Not too far. Back to Sears on the right hand side. Cuts inside. Oh, that's a foul against Newtown. The linesman's signalling. Linesman completely ignored. Haverfordwest bench certainly making it vocal. The ref, I don't think the comm system couldn't have worked because the referee couldn't have been aware that the linesman was flagging so intensely at a foul on Martel Taylor Crossdale. I don't quite understand what happened there. It is a goal kick now to Haverfordwest, but that should have been a free kick on the edge of the box. Bannock speaking with the linesman over on the far side. James Devnall speaking with the fourth official. Strange one, just didn't even look at the linesman. Even if the ref was making a different decision, could have easily signalled to say, don't worry, but just didn't even look at the linesman there. Bluebirds try and get the ball down and play in the Newtown half, but unable to. Zach Jones signals well to Lee Jenkins to leave the ball to him, who now picks the ball up. 79 gone, big 11 minutes here. I said at the start I would have taken a point. I feel either team could indeed nick this going into the last spell. The average age on the Newtown team is far greater than our Haverfordwest one, so could be a few tired legs there. However, Newtown haven't played for 10 or 11 days. But a lot of belief evident in the yellows, in the Bluebirds this afternoon, as a throw-in goes the way of the home side. Yori Humphreys has actually taken up a position alongside Tyrese in a sort of two-man holding midfield role. So the back three remain the same, and Jackson remains as our left wing back. Yori Humphreys more than capable in that holding role, I'm sure. Fit, strong, will do a job on Ishmael there. The ball is thrown in, but there's a substitution for the home team. It's number 8, Rob Evans, who makes way. I believe it's ex-Wrexham Rob Evans, and number 9, Jason Oswell. From many years ago, those Cymru Premier supporters will remember his first spell at Newtown. Highly prolific striker, so he's certainly going to be one to keep an eye on in an attack in mind. Caden beats Aaron Williams for the headed ball. It's again head tennis time. Dan Hawkins does well just to usher that ball out. Back to the goalkeeper. Newtown goalkeeper clears. Not quite as big as his previous ones. Harry John in the 10 position now then. It's adjudged to a foul, but not given. Oh, it's a through ball to Oswell. Oh, it's cleared by Caden. It's out for a corner. Defended well there, but it was a big chance for the home team. Said it was going to be a big 10 minutes. Another goal at USW Park. Cardiff Met now 3-1 up at Pontypridd. So it's Ishmael are going to deliver the corner. Right-footed, in swinging. Headed, back across ball. Oh, appeals for a handball against Martel. Not given. It's a throw over on the far right-hand side. Sears with the ball in hand. Just need to ride out this next few minutes of Newtown possession and look to have a couple of chances of our own. It's played short to Cowans. Back to Callum Roberts, the only one anywhere near the halfway line. Left foot finds Sutton and Jenkins wrestling. I think it's gone all the way through. Jenkins, great tackle. Miller, Zeli Ishmael not too happy with that tackle, but it was a clean win from Lee Jenkins. It's a throw in. And so Harry John is defending with Zeli Ishmael there. It is a 1-2. Cowans on his right foot. Square across. Across again to Sears over on the right hand side. Yori Humphreys over there ushering him towards the corner flag. It's crossed in. Oh, it's a miss hit by Oswell. Great chance for the home team. Miss hit, almost goes out the gate behind the goal. Ball back in Haverfordwest possession. Zach taking his time, walking towards the 6-yard box. Newtown players asking for the ref to be speeding up the keeper, but might find themselves in the book rather than the ref even looking at the keeper. Ball back in play. Jack Wilson going to compete with Sears. It's come off Jack. It's out for a throw-in. Newtown ball on the halfway line. Already back in play. 30, 40 yards. Won by Tabone in the air. Again, one. Oh. It's at the edge of the box. Chance for Newtown. Great tackle, Yori Humphreys. Superb defending by the youngster as the Bluebirds now counter-attack. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Dan Hawkins down the left to Jack Wilson. Bodies have got to get in the box. Jack Wilson over on the left-hand side. He's tackled. There was nobody in the box. He had to hold that one up. Yori Humphreys again chasing as in a defensive. There's overlapping runners for Newtown. It's kept in play. Callum Roberts on this near side. Great tackle by Lee Jenkins. And the ball is given as a half-forward throw. Deflected off Roberts when Jenkins tackled him. Much to the dismay of the home crowd. Considering there's been no goals in this second half, it's been an entertaining one. Jenkins again with a throw. Again, it's another one down. Yori Humphreys does well to flick on. Nobody appealed for a high foot there, but could easily have been given against Newtown there. Nobody appealed it. If it wasn't on a microphone, I'd be screaming. Callum Roberts with a throw. Straight back down towards the Bluebirds' right-hand side. One, Caden does well. Sutton beats Martell in the battle and throws Harry John off him. Tyrese needs to be careful with his hands around him. It is cleared. Callum Roberts is going to have to play. Hooks it over his head, straight out for a throw. His teammates aren't impressed as he shakes his head, walks away. Caden down, taking a stretch. Seems to have a little bit of cramp or perhaps a bit of tightness. Lee Jenkins helps as Tristan is called for. A bit of tightness in Caden's left hamstring, it seems. Doesn't look in too much pain as Tristan trots over. Again, just killing a bit of time here, and we try and restrict the momentum that Newtown were picking up there. I feel a draw would be perhaps a fair result. However, like I said, I feel either team could win this. Hopefully it's an away win. Caden still being treated by Tristan again, similar to what he was doing with Abu earlier, stretching out. I would say that's a calf. I think Tristan is signalling a thumbs up to the bench. However, everyone needs to be as fully fit as possible. He's back on his feet, walking off with a grimace on his face. Doesn't look to be a sub-imminent. He's just stretching. It's his calf. It's his left calf. Hopefully just a little bit of cramp that he can stretch out. Throw in. Lee Jenkins just getting ready to throw in. Lee Jenkins. Again, 30, 35-yard throw. Shane Sutton is piggybacking Martell that time. Not deemed to be a foul by the referee. Who, to be fair, is probably one of the better performances of a referee I've seen this season in the Cymru Premier. Credit where it's due. Sears down the right-hand side for Newtown now. Cleared by Luke Tabone. Jack Wilson does well to just flick on. It's a Bluebirds throw. Much to the delight of the Clearview casuals over in that stand on the far side. Ironic cheers for the miscontrol by Sears. Very quiet in the chat today. For those of you that are listening, we've got tens of people listening live at the moment. What are we thinking? Last few minutes of play here. We're into the 88th minute. Are we happy with a 1-1 draw? As Ellie Ishmael travels down this left-hand side, Caden in hot pursuit. Looks to be fine. Back to Callum Roberts on his left foot. Delivers deep. Oh, Oswell again. Oh, he's given us a corner. Oswell with another misconnect of a chance of a shot on goal. Seems to hit him rather than him hitting the ball. I'd like to see that one back. And then it ricochets up and over, thankfully, onto the roof of Zach Jones's net. Going into the 89th minute, it's Zelly Ishmael with a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. It's deep. Shane Sutton. Oh, it's cleared. Tyrese Owen does well. It is cleared by the Bluebirds. It's back on the halfway line. Jacob Owen is changed and ready to come on for the Bluebirds. Shane Sutton unopposed at the back post. Delivers well and cleared by Yori Humphreys. It's a throw in. I don't think Panic will change it while they're defending, but Owen is ready to come on for his second appearance in the league. Back to Callum Roberts. Again down this left-hand side to Zelly Ishmael. Caden does well just to jockey him. Learning all about Ishmael's tricks. It's across. Luke Jabon does well. That's a push on the back, ref. Oscar Borg. Oh. Harry John pushed in the back. Everyone appealed, but no official deeming that to be a foul. Is then cleared on Oscar's wrong foot. Goes sideways out for a throw-in. Again, it's Henry Cowans with a long throw from this left-hand side into the box. Tyrese Owen pushed as well. A free kick is given on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's Shane Sutton trying to go through Tyrese Owen there. Good luck with that one. Afternoon to the Fawcett's. I think Gene, an avid listener of the Bluebirds Nest, hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. And I hope Ben is also enjoying his afternoon as he recovers from a bit of an illness. I know older brother Liam enjoyed last night's victory with Sir Thomas Bluebirds. I think I'm right in saying he got on the score sheet. I know fellow Pembrokeshire Sir Thomas Bluebird Adam Raymond did. Zach Jones with the free kick clears the penalty area. Shane Sutton v Jenkins. Great battle. Jenkins comes through Sutton. He's not a fan of that one. It's a free kick. Harry John is just stopping the ball come back into the pitch. The keeper, Winchley, then, just inside his own half. Every Newtown and Haverfordwest player forward. Callum Roberts, just the only one in the centre circle. Entering stoppage time. Ball played long again to the back post. Luke Tabone does well. It was a 2v1 situation. Dan Hawkins clears just out of Harry John's grasp as Newtown look to come back straight back at them. Harry appeals for a Callum Roberts, a 60-yard diagonal again. Sutton on the volley this time. Hits the Hoardings on his near side, my far side. Zach Jones again taking his time. First minute of injury time. I wasn't aware of the board. Don't know how much time has gone up. 6 added minutes here, so best part of 4 minutes still to go. As Zach Jones clears his lines. So 4 minutes left to play this afternoon. As Oscar Borg manages to control. Martel is clear. If he can keep it in, he does keep it in. Well onside. It's a 3v2 in Newtown's favour. Martel back to Jack Wilson. Throws a dummy into the corner area. Looking to hold up play. Back to Tyrese. To Jack Wilson. To Tyrese again. Does well. It's Oswell back defending for the Newtown. Jack Wilson delivers. It's high. It's won clearly. Back to Bourne. Back into the danger area. It's cleared first time. Now it's going to go out for a throw-in on the far side. Very much in Jack Wilson territory. In line with the edge of the box. There are just over 3 minutes to play. Can Jack Wilson deliver a bit of magic from his throw-in here? Referee ushers him to speed up play. Everyone's on their feet in the far stand. Jack Wilson to deliver. Very flat. Over to Bourne Flicks. First header. Lee Jenkins. Oh, just wide. Bourne flicked the first header up to the back post. Lee Jenkins sort of unopposed. It was a tight angle. Just misses the far post. Keeper was nowhere near it. If it's on target, it's a goal. Already back in play. Jenkins wins his defensive header this time. Caden to clear. Does well up the line. Martel does well to flick on. Just in further into Newtown territory. Yori Humphreys up. Tyrese up. Is fouled, surely. Ref indicates. Now, yeah, I was going to say, Tyrese picked up a yellow on the same contest earlier on. That is definitely a yellow for Ryan Sears. It does pick up, I think, Newtown's first yellow card of the afternoon. 94 played, 2 to go. Tyrese Owens still down. He's not having treatment. I think just an element of killing a bit more time this afternoon on what would be, considering Newtown had a lot of recovery time since their last fixture 11 days ago, and considering our depleted squad at the moment, I think an away point at Newtown has always got to be a positive. However, still 2 minutes to go. Come on, boys. Jack Wilson on the ball. Luke Taborn, far post, hopefully will be the target. Jenkins changes his side, comes across also to the back post. Wilson in, is cleared by Sutton. Tyrese Owen back on his feet, chasing down, does well. Finds Yori Humphreys, back to Oscar Ball. Seconds to play here at Latham Park. Got to be offside, yeah. Luke Taborn is given offside, just on the edge of the box. Panic is ushering his men to get organised. Winchley plays it long. Oscar Ball come in to compete. Think he won his header. Yori Humphreys cleverly fights touch. That's on a rugby pitch. That's a great kick. Can't be much more than 30, 40 seconds now. 2 balls on the pitch, but the ref waves play on. Luke Taborn does well to clear onto Yori Humphreys' right foot, who knocks it up the line. It's all the way back with the Newtown keeper. Referee looks at his watch. I'm not even going to entertain the man of the match conversation this afternoon. It's too exciting here at the Deaf, as the Cleddau casuals turn up the volume, bringing the boys home in the last few seconds of the game. The referee, I believe, has his whistle in his mouth, but there's still time. Yori Humphreys does well competing in the midfield, but it does break for Newtown. Down this left-hand side, back to Callum Roberts, who travels. Harry John in hot pursuit. Out to Cowans. Cowans inside to Ishmael. Yori Humphreys this time blocks the challenge, but it is down the back post. It's almost cleared. It is cleared. Free kick to the Bluebirds. I thought he'd give a penalty for a split second there, but it is a foul on Oscar Borg inside, just inside the Bluebirds box. Surely the last kick of the game. 96 is up. Zach Jones doing his best to not find a ball. Is now given a ball. Surely the last kick of the game will be a Zach Jones even. Free kick. Every single Newtown and Haverfordwest player in the central third over on the far side of the pitch. 40 yards between them all. Referee doesn't blow. It's a big one. It's out for a throw over on the far side, and that indeed is the full-time whistle. It is a 1-1 draw here at Latham Park. A positive result for the Bluebirds. Entertaining, as the stadium announcer says. Well, good game were his first words. But anyway, that brings us close to this afternoon's action. We are at home next Saturday. We welcome Colwyn Bay to the Oggy Bridge Meadow for their first Cymru Premier fixture, I believe, at the Meadow. I'm sure older listeners will be able to say whether that's the Bay's first visit or was there one pre-League of Wales times. After that, there is another home fixture, the Welsh Cup. We will face Cymru South Ammanford. That includes former Bluebird Wyn Thomas and Sean Cresser in their management team. But we'll be back with another live broadcast of audio commentary when we take on Neil Gibson's Connors Key Nomads on Sunday, the 19th of November. I believe it's a fixtureless Saturday that weekend as Cymru, the Welsh national team, face Armenia. So I believe the FAW have pushed everything to the Sunday. A few Nest podcast episodes before then, but keep an eye on socials for the links and the announcements of who's coming on to the podcast with us. But thank you for tuning in to Nest Live this afternoon. It'd be great having you all with us and certainly keeping me company as that game unfolded. Whereas ended, Newtown 1, Haverfordwest County 1. And we'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Over and out.